Dear Diary, what the fuckity fuck is this shit? I thought I was up here meeting the Great Fairy, not Pointy Boob McGee. You got a face for show business, honey. She gives me the spinning sword technique, and I'm pretty sure it came out of her vagina. I leave in the biggest hurry of my life, and this time I start harassing the owl. Get me off this mountain, obvious owl. Back in Hyrule City, I get the chance to play a neat game. Like throwing an exploding mouse into a psychedelic rainbow hole. Don't hit the chicken, this is called bowling! Did someone spike my drink? Where the hell am I? Where did all these dogs come from? Oh, glad to see you two aren't concerned. The fairy suggested that she had a sister or a cousin or a neighbor who lived over here next to Hyrule Castle, so I thought I'd check it out. And it's the same fucking fairy. They could have at least changed her hair color. Come on, people! I leave the area completely and just kinda aimlessly wander in the field until I spot this cave near the creek. Enter Zor's River, which by the way is not a river, it's more of a bubbling stream. But watch out for this guy selling magic beans. Who the heck is he kidding? I planted them in the soft soil as advised, but this was one beanstalk that wasn't giant. Moving on, I came upon an impressive waterfall, and I had to remind myself, Link, don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. And once I remembered that wisdom, the water parted and allowed me to enter into Zora's domain. I'm not going to lie, the water cave was filled with these pretty fucking scary fish people. And their king was even worse. He just sat up there on his waterfall throne and kept repeating that his daughter was missing. I spoke to a couple of the Zoras for clues as to what to do next, and one of them mentioned the king liked to be offered fish. I realize now that he was talking about the Lord and not the king, but who can keep up with these things? Anyway, there was a fish for sale in the shop, but it was 200 rupees, which I didn't have. Still believing I needed a fish for the king, I left the cave and searched for more money, doing odd jobs like cutting grass and breaking pots, and I even returned all the chickens to their pen again, and I finally had enough rupees to purchase the fish. I hurried all the way back up Zora's River, went into the cave and bought the fish, ran up the stairs ready to offer the king my gift. I knew he would open up and tell me more information about this missing princess. But the fish just flopped on the ground and nothing happened. I had lost 200 rupees in 20 minutes of my life. And then I found out all I needed was an empty jar and I could catch my own damn fish. In a fit of rage, I dove off the cave cliff hoping to drown myself in my misery. But it ended up swimming into a shortcut that took me to Lake Hylia, the most impressive lake of Hyrule. Yes, very impressive. I found some garbage, a dead tree, bullshit ruins I'll probably have to go into later, scarecrows, a house elf, and fishing. Okay, diary, so maybe some of these things were important. I guess the bottle that had a letter from Princess Rudu claiming that she was trapped in the belly of Jabbo Jabbo was useful. And that's Lord Jabbo Jabbo, not the king. Even though kings are sometimes called lords. Do you see how this could be confusing to someone who doesn't care? The king was anxious for me to go after his daughter, but not too anxious. He was moving like cold molasses on a January morning. Somebody get this guy a rascal! As soon as Fish Face was out of the way, I found another really big fish. I tried playing Ocarina to get him to open his enormous cake hole, but that didn't work. Then I remembered in a situation where there were fish, fish, and fish, the only answer was more fish. So I dumped that little bitch onto the altar and Moby Dick opened right up and sucked me down into his gullet. Oh hooray! It wouldn't be a Zelda game without me trudging around in stomach acid. I'll be in touch, diary. Until next time, your friend, Brittany Saturn.